And there you have it. Here we are, AZCFL Incel, Episode 6, Season 3. I am your host, Jesse Burke. Extremely excited tonight because we got a special guest, as always, in the building. You just saw it on film. You guys know him around the league. Maybe you don't. I sure do. Michael Macagnano Jr. from the Phoenix Phantoms, linebacker, defensive captain.
Pronounced it.
It took me enough times, but I got it right. Third time's the charm, as I was explaining. Mike's been on the show first season, second season, three season. Consistency is key with my man. So
right.
Appreciate you making it to season 3. Obviously, we stepped some things up, and appreciate you coming on and getting to it, man. For those that don't know Mike, like I said, old head in the AZCFL, but handsome face, as we said it on the the owners meeting last night. We got on a call because this Saturday, game of the week, Phoenix Phantoms are in the 7 o'clock slot. So that's why you're here, bro.
That's why I'm here.
So simply put, man, welcome to the show. Tell the folks that don't know you kind of who you are, how long you've been playing football, and then we'll get to some of the meat and potatoes.
Oh, man. So I've been linebacker for the Phantoms for what? It's going on 8 years now with them. Before then, I've been playing in semi-pro for, since 2008. No, 2005. I lied, 2005. So been around the block for a while. Different leagues, obviously, here, there, everywhere else in between. Been playing since, like, dinosaurs rolled the earth, it feels like, man. Just been around forever and a day.
Yeah, I definitely can confirm that. My man's been around the block.
Yeah.
With that, though, you're not originally from Arizona. You're from
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. You also have family from the East Coast.
Yeah.
That's our vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
With that, tell me about kind of your introduction to football from high school, or may have been Pop Warner.
Oh, man, like I said, I've been playing for years now, So, I mean, I've been playing since I started, really coming out the womb. My dad played college ball and, playing college ball just ever since I was little. I remember growing up and just we'd be playing inside the house, playing hallway football with a little aluminum foil ball as a football and just running through them, playing tackle in the hallway.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So that obviously translated to years on the football field in multiple leagues.
Yep.
So I guess there's not ever a clear path to semi-pro, right?
No.
You never hear somebody, right out of high school, boom, I was semi-pro. There's always, I took a couple of years off, or I had an injury, I had a kid, or like some life events. You know, kind of take me to the path and the journey to semi-pro football.
Well, I graduated out in Albuquerque, and then after I graduated out in Albuquerque, I came out here and played I played JUCO ball out here at Glendale Community College. So I played out here for a year. Kind of hurt my back, so took away from that, and then just kind of rehab, got back into it, and then ended up just getting into semi-pro ball, and just been doing it ever since.
And your position as a linebacker, has that been solid throughout your years?
No.
Okay,
I was light in the butt, you know what I mean, back in the day. So I was a safety for years, and then I want to say it was probably been like 10 years now. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not as fast as, I used to be like Jake Reed. I used to be, skinny, slender like him, playing back and going and being a ball hawk. And now I'm not like that. I've put a little bit of pounds on, dad weight crowd up to me a little bit and slowed down a little bit. But now I like to be in the box, just being able to know the game and seeing it from a different place too. So
you'll say it firsthand, you're one of the undersized linebackers in the traditional manner of a linebacker. You think, 6'2", 3, 300 pounds, not 300, but something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, not to make your head too big, when you put on that uniform, man, I feel like your presence does speak, large volumes to a point where you kind of play the part of the big dude.
Yeah.
I think that size kind of gets taken away once everybody's on the field and their presence is felt. And you have such a strong, loud, visible presence that I feel like that takes away from that's a smaller linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Can you is there something about that you're able to embody when you put on the helmet? Because, it does stand out.
Honestly, I think that, like, with me, I would say that I want to say, like, with the knowledge that I have of the game, it helps me out as far as with being an undersized guy, because I'm able to, study film, but also on top of that, see what's going on and be in the right place and kind of know where it's going on, to where my presence is known that way as opposed to just, trying to run into, 300-pound linemen.
Right. Fair enough. And then that kind of brought me to my next point. You talk about knowledge of the game. Most guys dabble in coaching. They dabble in position coaching, training, personal training, weightlifting. You are a referee.
Yeah.
So tell me about that journey, because as you know, referees get killed, and you guys can never
Especially
do
in this
anything
league.
right, especially in this league, especially in football, right?
Yeah.
They'll call out what you did wrong, but never praise you for what you did right. That comes with the territory. It takes some sort of personality to be a referee,
Yeah.
and some sort of thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the personality of a referee, and then how you got involved.
I mean, I started off coaching. I started off coaching. I coached high school ball for some years, and then after that, I took kind of a step back just because, being a coach, a lot of people that do coach in high school, you don't get paid for the amount of hours that you put in. I mean, I think I broke down one year for off of what you get, like your stipend versus the amount of hours. I think it was like 10 cents an hour. It's not about, obviously you're not there for the money.
Right.
You're definitely not there for the money. So, kids are growing up, so then they started getting involved with sports and stuff like that. So between my time with them and really focusing on them and also coaching, just I can't be in two places at once. So I took a step back for a couple years, and then actually got approached by our DC, Brad, who was like, "I'm gonna get in the reffing." He goes, "You should get in the reffing with me." And I was like, "All right, like I want to get back in." And obviously I love the game, still been in the game, but it's good to just stay involved year round as opposed to just some guys that just do it semi-pro
And have your
that's
head
it.
in the game,
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
exactly.
Awesome, man. I mean, I think so. The thing about being a ref, I kind of think of it as like a defense lawyer. I watch sometimes on Netflix, these documentaries about murder trials and stuff, and people are like, why would there be a lawyer to defend the bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that he wants to defend the bad guy as much as he wants to defend the law.
Right.
So I think as a referee, it's not that you want to be the bad guy as
Mm-hmm.
much as you love the game so much,
Mm-hmm.
you want it to be enforced the way it should be.
Right.
Because without the rules, it's not football.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the part that's overlooked. I think the greatness of your ability to make a catch is if it's within bounds, or if it's not being held, or something without a face mask, anything like that. That's what makes the real ability kind of shine. So I guess, have you ever had a moment? And I know you ref in the high school ranks, and that is very passion oriented with the parents, the players, the teachers, the students. Can you take me to a time where you had to make a very crucial call and you got killed for it? Or vice versa, there was a time where there was a controversial call and you had to confirm with, I'm sure many times, but
there's always controversial calls.
Okay, so tell me a time specifically where that your love for the game is kind of what solidified that call that you had confidence in.
There's obviously there's tons of times, but there's just one this past season. Actually, one of our old Phantoms coaches is a head coach at I think Gilbert Christian, and I was on his sideline, and and obviously I know guys across the whole league, so it's funny because a lot of people on my crew, on my ref crew, they're like, all right, who are we gonna know? Who are you gonna know this week? Who are you gonna know this week? And it's like, hey, and they know, like, I'm cool with you guys, and even the guys that are on the sideline, they know, like, I'm cool with you, like, I'll say hello, but when it's like game time and focus, like, I'm not here to jaw jack with you guys. My job to be on the field, So there was actually a long play which Danny he'll still say to this day that it was incomplete, but from my view and from my standpoint, what I saw basically a receiver. It was a long play, and they were on defense, and this basically kid went up and caught the ball, and to me basically established catching the ball, basically had 1 foot down, and then had a knee down. After the knee came down, basically the ball came out afterwards, but play was already done. He was like, "Oh no, that's incomplete. Didn't complete the catch." So he'll still bring up the film. He still sends it to me to this day, and this was like, I think this was week 3, but he still gets on me about it.
Well, I mean, there's good and bad. That's a form of respect, because I mean, if anything, he would just write you off and be like, "You don't know anything." But the fact that he keeps coming back to you, he's like, "Come on, man, let's talk about this." Okay. So conversely, have you ever had a time, and I, with pride, say I've never played tackle football. I played flag. My world was hockey. I had a time, and not to mingle, but one time I had a ref literally to my face tell me, hey, I called you offsides because I forgot to call it earlier. And I've never seen something like that. And I remember to this day being like, there's no way I just heard that with my ears. So was there ever a time you
Makeup calls?
Yeah, makeup calls, bro.
Oh,
Tell me
man.
about the art of a makeup call.
The art of the makeup call. There is no such thing.
There's
No,
no art, or there's no makeup call?
There's no art to
Oh,
it.
okay,
It's just
okay. I was
really
like, there's makeup calls. Bro.
there's makeup calls. There's definitely makeup calls, but there's no art to it, really. It's just more or less something that you may let, kind of like slide by that, that you're going to now be more strict on or more ticky-tack on, as opposed to it being like it wasn't before.
I got you. And then has there been ever ones where you kind of had to swallow it? You kind of knew you're like, that was a bad call, but like, I'll just get it right the next one?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Absolutely. That comes with accountability.
I have no problem admitting my faults when I'm
right,
wrong.
Man. I mean, you're just human.
Yeah.
So I get it. And I've always been, fascinated by that because it takes a personality to be a referee, and then it takes an even stronger personality to if you're making one call, that means there's going to be another side that's not happy.
Right.
So you can't please them all ever.
You're wrong every play.
Yeah.
No matter what side of the ball you're on, you're wrong every side of play. Whether you're the home team or the away team, somebody's gonna be pissed off or mad at you on every call.
I mean there's some pride in that. Like, hey, I'm always wrong. Like,
Yeah.
hey, take some swag with it. Hey, I'm with it. So I like it, man. That's really cool to see the evolution from player to ref. You did touch on that you have some kids that are coming up in the sports ranks.
Yeah.
I live for the journalistic family stories and stuff. In basketball, we've heard LeBron James talk about how he wants to play some of his final years with his son. Is there any goals of, I know you got a boy and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
What's their football careers looking like? And do you ever have a goal of either coaching them or suiting up with them?
Suiting up with them? No.
No?
No.
All right. I thought it was going to be the opposite.
Let me clear the air right now. No.
He said no, kids.
Incomplete. No. Sorry.
Go to bed.
Me being on the sideline, being their biggest fan, absolutely I will be.
Okay. Lawn chair. He's with it.
Definitely. I would be a lawn chair dad. My daughter is a sophomore in high school right now. She goes to Hamilton. She's playing softball, and she's actually in a unique situation right now to where within Chandler School District, Chandler School District has a girls flag football team right now that the AIA is kind of piloting right now, and she's a starting quarterback, and she's tearing it up right now. She's tearing it up. They're undefeated.
Football resume throughout, man.
Yeah, and then my son plays football at Hamilton. He was a freshman last year, and is playing baseball. So keep him busy.
For those outside of the Arizona market, Hamilton's probably one of the biggest dogs, no pun intended, as they're the Huskies.
Yeah.
But they are a force to be reckoned with. Terrell Suggs came from Hamilton. Easily one of the best top 5 schools in maybe the country, if not Arizona. So really cool to hear that. Sounds like they bleed and breed athletics. It's kind of impressive to see, man, from the top down. So we're going to take a quick commercial break from our sponsor. When we get back, we're going to, show the world kind of how you get down on the field with some film.
Cool.
We'll be back. And we're back. AZCFL Intel, Episode 6, Season 3. Jesse Burke, your host. Michael Macagnano, Jr., Phoenix Phantoms. We're here, man. We're here with the film segment, Throughout my years as a podcaster, we've stepped up the studio. We got some visuals for you. But I take pride in not being the football head. I'm the talking guy, but we got the football heads next to me.
Yeah.
So you send me some film. Appreciate you. And we're going to break it down, kind of tell me what went down and, within the helmet and then kind of now removed. So,
gotcha.
Film 1, what do we got? Against the Outlaws?
Yeah, this was just last week.
Last week.
Yeah. So, this is just simple. Yeah.
I did not see this. My man said there's a cherry in the sky I need to pick.
Yeah.
Boom.
Picked it. Rico blasted me, though. I'm not going to lie. A lot of my guys on my team, they'll give me a hard time just because after I catch, I'm not good with after the catch runs. My job is to just basically get a turnover. I'm not trying to score. I mean, I am trying to score.
I think we got to look at that celebration too, man. What was that? I think my man had too much coffee before the game. All right, boom. He gets up. Yeah, whatever. I got hurt. But, yo, look at me. Look at that. He said, yep, Michael Magagnano, first down. All right, cool. So, Rico, also an older head in the league. My man throws a football 400 miles an hour. What's that like? Interception, great play because the ball is not intended for you. So, for you to actually be like, hey, no, my turn, very impressive. To pick off Rico, who, like I said, can, cut
Rico
air.
slings it.
Yes.
Yeah, Rico slings it.
So, what's that like, man? You closing your eyes, please catch it, or like what's going on?
I'm not gonna lie. On this one, I had messed my thumb up earlier in the game. So when the ball was thrown, when I caught it, I didn't know I caught it. I caught it and I was like, oh man, I really did catch it. I just thought it batted it down and I didn't actually complete it. So I caught it and I was like, oh man. That's why you see me it kind of took a quick second for me to get going. But yeah, I didn't think I was going to catch it.
So I was asking Dylan from the Rebels, when you get an interception, obviously, you want 6. You're thinking, running back type thing. Mm-hmm. What's that, kind of speaking on how the ball is not intended for you, what's that, change of momentum of, we're going this way, boom, now we're going that way? What's that? Because obviously, like you said, it took a 2 seconds for you to calibrate type thing. But you have football, running through your blood type thing. So I feel like your body already knew, oh, Mike, we going,
Yeah.
So I guess what's that, is it more like you're pumping your, because you said, Rico, did you run before you started looking? Or
I just started running. And then, I mean, obviously the main thing is after you, pick it off, you want to start picking, start looking for blocks. And the whole goal is to score,
Yeah.
But with me, I sometimes my vision becomes really, really tunnel vision. I just want to get as many yards as I can going that way, whether I'm scoring or not. So that's why, a couple guys on my team, like Steve, he's like, bro, you have the worst vision ever. Hey, I'm not a running back.
But I mean, that's that's like the do or die. It's like, which one do you want? You want me to intercept it or not? You know, because if I intercept it, it's gonna be sloppy. But at least I got us the ball.
Right.
All right. So good on you, man. That interception's a great play, especially from the linebackers. Traditionally, you see interception from the cornerbacks, safeties, people that are on the routes. Mm-hmm. But for you to kind of be there and say, nah, this is mine, I think that's dope. So shouts to you on that.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I think you guys lost that game.
Yeah.
But hey, you can't win them all. No. You know what I'm saying? Next play. Where was this at?
This is Tucson.
Oh, the Thunder, white on white. All right, so this is down south.
Basically, 2-back set here, and then I had to end up flipping Q, who was our sandbacker, to the other side because the tight end went to the other way. They took, which, by the way, I mean, this is kind of off subject, but man, they took forever to get a play in. The play clock was just non-existent here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is another pick. This is just this one. I'm not gonna lie. This is more film study more than anything. My eyes, yeah, definitely went to the backfield, and they got me on the play action. But one thing that I did notice in film is that they had that delayed tight end drag coming across the field. So as soon as I saw that, he pulled it, my immediate eyes went to the drag and just getting dropped, and then. Just getting to my spot where I should be.
So at one point, it looks like you're right inside the 30, or right outside the 30.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it looks like you were reading blitz, or what were you eyeing?
So my eyes are basically guard through to the back, right? So if that left guard basically goes down or whatever the case is, and I go through to the running back to see if obviously it's a handoff or not, right? And then with it being play action on this one particularly, he just kind of engaged and didn't do anything. So, so I just obviously dropped back. Once I saw that he didn't hand the ball off to the running back, now it's just, all right, let me get to my drops and do what I need to do.
Is there, I'm sure it happens all the time, is there a situation where you go for broke and you whiff that ball and then, receiver, tight end, whatever?
It happens. It happens a lot. I mean, it's not necessarily go for broke. It's just, our DCs, you'll hear them on the sideline, even in the stands. Every play, it's like, hey, get your eyes right, get your eyes right, get your eyes right. Because your eyes, if your eyes aren't right, you're never going to be in the right spot, So we emphasize a lot as far as on our defense. It's just more or less making sure that we got to do our job and do our job the right way. And a lot of that is just by, getting our eyes and reading what we're supposed to read and getting to our drops.
I have seen. I imagine it's more so with the personnel that has the 3 or 4 linebackers, if that. But I guess situations where you are capable of coming down with the ball. You said that you do prefer being in the box and kind of staying that Mike position, no pun intended. But what is there situations where the coach asks you to go out like, third best receiver or something? Are you ever going out on the routes with them?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't play Mike. Let me clarify.
Oh,
that.
you don't play
no,
Mike.
No,
Okay,
I'm not Mike.
okay.
No,
That's Mike. He don't play Mike.
That's Jerron. That's
okay.
Jerron.
My
that's
bad,
that
Jerron.
Beast. Yeah, that's that beast right there.
Mr. Green, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's all him. That's not me.
Okay,
I
my
want
bad.
no
my bad.
parts of them big old fat center and guards coming at me. I got the tackles and guards. That's good enough for me. But no, like with me, like depending on obviously strengths and whatnot. I've definitely had it where I've had to go out and cover, and depending on obviously film breakdown is huge. We break a lot of film down, and seeing on tendencies and what receivers they like going to and what they do. I've had it to where I've either A, had to lock up on a receiver, B, go opposite side than what I'm used to. Just depends really.
Awesome. And then third clip, what we got? This was against the Hawks.
Oh yeah.
This is another interception, bro?
No.
Are we going 3 for 3 with this?
No. This one was just this is the Hawks. It's just another set to where I'm buzzing underneath on that quick slant, and then with this one, this is a buzz call, so it's basically it's a buzz to a quick slant right now on that backside, and then once I saw that basically that outside receiver just gave up, I saw the running back leak, and it's just see ball get ball at that point.
I will say, man, I know the Hawks are the talk of the town with the jokes, but
they scored.
They stepped up their uniforms. I know last year my favorite question: who's the ugliest uniforms? Who's the best uniforms? I think the Hawks got some swaggy uniforms, bro.
They're all right. I mean, they've gotten better.
Some green in the mix. Not every team could be red and blue. They got some green.
They got their helmets are the best thing on them. I will say that helmets are the best thing on them.
I mean, it was a big come up from last year. I know, and Rob's all with the jokes. So, blessed up on they dressed up and blessed up on the uniform. So, all right. Last week, man, we had some technical difficulties. Shouts to my guy Brandon Schilling from the Outlaws. Trooper, man. He came through. We had some technical difficulties. I'm very apologetic as, like, you guys take time out of your day to come with me. And, I felt like I wasted his time. So, in honor of him today, we got a bunch of his film. But in the interest of, the linebacker mind, I wanted to kind of see what your, pick your defensive brain on these offensive plays.
Sure. I'm all for it, man.
So, let's get it. This was in the All-Star game against in Vegas, actually.
Oh, okay.
My question to you is, with a giant pass play like this, and I mean, I try to cross-reference sports. I mean, baseball, so it's you'll pick it up what I'm throwing down.
Yeah.
Granted, for example, a grounder to first base, nobody else on base. The third baseman knows, okay, I'm not doing anything, right? Same with linebacker. If there's a pass play on the complete opposite side of your side of the ball, and by the time the ball's in the air and you kind of know, like, all right, this is a one-on-one play, I don't want to say you guys give up, but what's that mindset now, knowing like, all right, it's up to the cornerback,
Two things. One is obviously your mindset is, man, I just let's get an incompletion, let's get a turnover. I have a lot of faith in my back, in my defensive backfield. It's where I know they're going to come down with it, or, either A, come down with it, or B, break it up. I have, like, no doubt in my mind. I have all, 100% faith in that. But one thing about us that we pride ourselves on defense is having 11 hats to the ball no matter where you're at. So even if it is a long pass play or out of my, quote-unquote drops or whatever the case is, and it's way out of my zone, once the ball is thrown, it's like, you gotta bust your butt to get there.
Okay, that's fair. Because I mean, respectfully, I've seen the balance. I've seen people flying to the ball, and I've seen some dudes being
they just stop. Yeah,
not my play.
Yeah, they dog it. Yeah.
So,
we don't do that over here.
They fly to the ball. PH.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, all right. Next up, baller pass. By the way, that Brandon, he could let this thing fly. This was against I think this was the Spartans.
It looks like the Roll Tide.
Or Roll Tide. I'm sorry. This was last year. Yeah. Boom. So
CJ the GOAT.
Yeah, breadbasket. So that's what I'm saying, man. So like, I guess my thought is like, how much are the linebackers? Obviously, everyone's working, right? There's never a time you guys aren't doing your thing, but like, I don't know. From when the snaps and then when the ball's released, what happened? Like, what goes on? I just see a bunch of linebackers kind of just looking at it. But I guess in your mindset, it's like a matter of the play's not over till everybody did their job.
Right.
Okay.
This is no disrespect to the Tide, but if RDC saw them doing that, they wouldn't be on the field.
Mm.
In the words of RDC, he's not. I mean, he's an old school coach. He really is. He's an old school coach. But he's like, if you're not flying on the ball, you're going to be standing next to me on the sideline, and it's facts. And he watches film, he does all that stuff. But it's and not only that, like, he's been coaching God for forever and a day too. So he knows the game and knows as far as drops and where people are supposed to be. And if you're not doing your job, he goes if he doesn't trust you, you're not going to see the field.
I was always curious about that. Is like, you see that. I mean, you can't speak for every team in the NFL or even in the CFL, but like, you hear about this team flies at the ball, and like you see it, like Seahawks, Legion of Boom, right?
Right.
Even I hate to say it, the Eagles back a couple years ago, bro. Like, they're known for secondary. And then it's like some teams don't do that. Is there just like
it's a mentality?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there ego or just like pride or?
No, I mean it's. If you don't step out there, I mean, the way that I look at it is it's like, if you're not out there to be the best that you can be and to be the best at what you do, but not only individually but as a whole, then there's no reason why you need to be on the field.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that since I started playing with the Phantoms, I've always prided myself and really not only myself but prided our defense specifically to be like, yo, we want to be the best. We want to be the best. If not, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And with doing that, I sometimes I get in people's heads and I'll jump down somebody's throat myself. Because like, if I'm out here, working my tail off for you, why aren't you doing the same?
Fair. That's respect. I also think it's like, it good or bad could be a pride thing. Could be somebody being like, that's not my job, or whatever it is. But it takes discipline to kind of outwork that mindset. So good on you guys for kind of embodying that. All right, this play, bro. This made play of the week last year. I'm still hyped over it. I make my workout routines based around this. Look at my man get up here, bro, like he's climbing a ladder. First of all, he said, you know what? It's kind of light. I got a hoodie on. See ya.
Ooh.
My man got up there, bro. Okay. So let me ask you, you ever get hurdled?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's that like?
Try to.
Okay, try to. I'm Mario punching up in the air, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you, athletically speaking, man?
That's a hell of a play.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's pretty darn good.
Just boom, see ya. And like me, if you watch me doing box jumps, bro, I gotta like take my time, wait. My man had oncoming traffic, and he was like, "Oh no, B button or whatever,"
Yeah.
Athletically, you stay in the gym, you play sports and stuff. There's what's that called? There's form and there's like a coordination, but then there's sometimes just like a raw freak play.
Yeah. There's just sometimes it's like that, I mean, I think this one was one of them ones. Like, that's just an athletic play, and that's a great play by him too.
And then also, man, you talk about
put the ball away though.
Yeah,
put the ball away.
I was gonna say, and also, the old Jewish grandma in me gets nervous with the knees, bro. I'm like, yo, does he have insurance? Because one bad helmet clip and see ya. But no, good on him, bro.
If I'm that OC, I'm yelling at him after that play.
Yeah.
For one, you're my quarterback. Get the hell down. But two, put the ball away.
I do like, man. I'm sad that they changed the helmets. I did like those powder blues.
Powder blues, pretty clean.
They were clean. All right, so we got a couple more from my man Brandon, and then let's see what we got next. Okay, this is back. I think this may be the same one, or no, another touchdown play. This is the All-Star game in Vegas. This was actually played right after the national championship game.
Okay.
The Rebels.
That's why they were out there. I was wondering. I was like, what the heck is all these outlaws doing out here?
Okay, yeah. So this was just a scramble. I guess from a defensive side of things, you see the quarterback kind of tucking it and running with it. You fly to the ball type thing. Is there like a chain of command on like you don't want to step on toes? Like, does your left side backer should technically get there faster? Like,
man, on that, it's really. I mean, it depends on scheme. To be honest with you, it really does. It depends on scheme. I mean, in certain schemes, you have your outside backer that's closest to it, forcing it up, and then you have other schemes to where it's your Mike linebacker that forces, and your play side backer stays in drop for that little scramble pass. So really just depends. It really depends on the scheme itself, but I think with this one, I'm not gonna lie, he
Just
I
broke
mean,
down.
just yeah, from jump.
I have noticed, or I've heard about like quarterbacks having predictable habits, like playing with their towel, patting the ball, rubbing their chest, like things like that. Have you ever picked up on something like that mid game and told you guys like, "Yo, if he rubs his chest, he's throwing all the time." Okay, I love the body language type stuff because that's you could tell so much.
Oh yeah.
Without even talking,
yeah.
you know.
Renz, I mean, he's doing his thing in Mexico right now, but he was known to do that.
Really?
Like grab his towel in front when he's getting ready to throw the ball. When he's getting ready to throw the ball, he'll always grab his towel and dry his hands off before it does. And it's like, all right, pick up.
Pass play, boom. Okay, fair enough. All right, so then last one. Let's see what we got. All-Star game again. Let's see what we got.
Basically, Brandon's saying he needs to spin at quarterback right now.
Hey, I mean, he didn't send me no receiver clips, and
But Rico's doing his thing right now.
I will say that. And dude, and it's cool. They're not stepping on each other's toes. Like they're like the big brother, little brother type dynamic.
Put that ball away, Brandon. Good Lord.
My man's holding it like he just got back from McDonald's. He's like, I got burgers, yo. What's up? Who's hungry? Yeah. So hey, but that's why we break that film, because it's not just to be look at me. It's like, hey, what can we fix, right? So Brandon, clearly you can dance. You got your dancing shoes on. You got to hold the ball, bro.
I mean, hey, it didn't pop out, so I give that to him. It didn't pop out, but
you live to see another day. You know what I'm saying? Man. So appreciate it for you guys sending me film, Brandon. Again, man, appreciate you sticking it out. Technical difficulties. We'll get you back on the show. Mike, appreciate you sending me film.
Yeah.
Take one more break from the sponsor. When we get back, we got a full slate of football this weekend. I want to pick your brain. We'll be back. AZCFL Intel.
Cool.
Yeah, my bad, man. I was just really anxious about that.
Bro, we got a sponsor for that.
Oh, that's right. Sunday Scaries.
Wonder.
I could use promo code BUCKET and get 20% off my total. Why am I bugging, man?
Yeah, bro, and anybody can do that. Anybody listening to our show, they put in the promo code BUCKET. They can get 20% off of any of the gummies, the unicorn jerky, and
they got some oils you can drop too. Yeah, you're right, man. I'm bugging. Once again, promo code BUCKET for 20% off your total.
It's been going off since it started.
We'll get to the comments.
Yeah. Oh, Tassi already said don't look at him.
Oh. And we're back. AZCFL Intel, episode 6, season 3. Mike Macchignano Jr. Proud. Again, just want to give a moment from the sponsor, Sunday Scaries. Keep in mind, they are the newest sponsor, AZCFL Intel, Cactus Media X, as well as my personal brand. For those not familiar with CBD, it is oil, gummies, tinctures that help you reduce anxiety. Me personally, I suffered from a car accident 4 years ago. Since then, I have crazy driving anxiety. This stuff helps me sweat less and makes me less nervous. So marijuana is legal in Arizona, but this is non-psychoactive. There's no medical marijuana in there. So it's perfectly legal. And if you want to get involved, message me. We have discounts up to 20% off. And it's the proud sponsor of AZCFL Intel. So, you know what I'm saying? Tap in. But more importantly, AZCFL Intel is about football. And this weekend, we got a full slate, bro. Starting out early on. You're only good as your last game, I'd say.
Yeah.
And last week, you did lose to the Outlaws. And they are starting off this week against the Hawks. We know what the jokes are about the Hawks, and we know kind of where they stand from I'd say from a divisional standpoint.
Right.
If that. We know where the Outlaws are from the many years. You know them firsthand in the AZCFL. So I guess without the obvious victor you have in the Outlaws, tell me kind of like, do you see signs of light for the Hawks? Do you see signs of breaking down for the Outlaws, or
I honestly, I think like with the Hawks, their quarterback, that little number 15, he's all right. He's good. He's a little scat little quarterback, but he does all right. And you know, the one thing I like about him is that he gets smacked, but he gets back up.
Yeah.
You know, he gets back up. And he ain't afraid to lower his shoulder either, I'll tell you that much, because I hit him on the sideline, and I thought, well, he did step out, by the way. But
Let it be known.
Yeah, let it be known. He did step out, but he went and got Rashad afterwards. And Rashad, he ain't no slouch. He hits people. So, and he got up and kept it going. But the one thing that I will say is, like, the last 2 weeks, the Hawks they've been somewhat better.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously the score doesn't show, you know, the final inning, but the beginning of the game, I know they were given their own. I think they played the Spartans last week, right?
Last week they did play the Spartans.
Yeah, they played the Spartans last week, and I know, like, at the beginning of the game, they were going back and forth. I don't know if the Spartans didn't score right away, you know, and I know that the Hawks, they're young, man. They're young. They're young, and with being young and being in this type of league, it's tough for these guys to see the bigger picture, you know. So just keep on fighting, y'all.
So obviously there's no participation trophies, and we hate handouts and stuff. And we don't want to say, I mean, at least they show up, at least they play, at least they get all 11 guys on each side. But is there some sort of, like, you know, at least buy in, you know, you guys can start something if you continue to do this? Like, is there any type of valor for that?
So we were the game after them. And the one thing that I will say that I did hear, like, after, like, halftime, they came in and, you know, they were talking and all that stuff. It wasn't really that I heard finger pointing. It wasn't, you know, a whole bunch of, like, oh, you guys are doing this wrong, or, you know, we suck and this, that, whatever. It was more or less like, hey, let's try and get the adjustments right. Let's do what we can to just be competitive, you know, because, I mean, they knew the outcome was not going to be the outcome that they ultimately wanted, but now it's just like, let's work on what we can work on to be competitive and not get, you know, blown out.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it's like we see the AZCFL as the big dogs, you know, rightfully so. Some of the teams last year kind of splintered off and went to different leagues because of they felt more, you know, at home, I guess, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess not participation trophy, but more so like, you know, at least they're swimming with the big fish,
right?
You know, at least they're playing against, you know, they're only going to get better by playing better talent.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you have a score for this one?
I'm gonna go ahead and say, 31-2.
To 2.
Yeah. Hawks are gonna get him a safety.
You know, or which against the Titans, the blocked kick return or blocked extra point return for the house. So all right, cool, I like it. 31-2. If you're a gambler, you know what I'm saying, check out the odds on that one. I don't know what kind of spread that is.
Over under.
You know, all right, cool. This one, man, this is like the game of the week B, if you will. You know,
no, for sure.
Canes and Rebels, man. The Rebels, reigning champs. Although they went down week 1, they still have that crown until there's another champion.
Absolutely.
Canes undefeated, winning with swag, going down to Tucson. You know, they got the uniforms, the drip, the buy-ins there. It's cool, man. They're, you know, unfortunately had some suspensions, but, you know,
they're still trucking.
You know, exactly, next man up type thing.
Yep.
I'm going to get to the field a little early for this one, man. I want to definitely catch this game. So, Canes Rebels, man, I kind of, you know, theatrically speaking, I think it's going to be low scoring in the first half, and then it's going to be some fireworks third, fourth quarter, bro. What do you got?
I think it's going to be low scoring the whole game.
Whole game.
Yeah, the whole game.
Yeah.
Because Rebels defense is they're no joke, you know, and Canes defense is legit too.
No joke either. Yeah.
You know, and I think ultimately what I think it's going to come down to is quarterback play. That's what I really think it is. And a lot of people they sleep on Art. And Art's he's a heck of a quarterback, you know. And I mean, when he went down to Tucson, and they didn't skip a beat, you know, as far as with their offense. Yeah. He did a great job as far as, you know, keeping the playbook the same. Fish didn't do anything as far as switching his playbook up because, I mean, yeah, Fish was with us last year, and he said, hey, this is my playbook. I can make adjustments, but ultimately you got to buy into what we do over here. If you don't, then you just won't see the field. And that's, you know, speaks on the coaching staff over there, you know. And with the Rebels, their defense is obviously so talented across the board, and they're fast, and they move, and Shane in the middle is still killing it, you know, and still moving. So with him and Ty and you know, all them, I think that it's going to be a low-scoring game, and ultimately what I really think is going to come down to special teams. Special teams is going to be the ultimate factor in that.
All right, so low scoring, but what is the score? And who's going to win, bro?
Rebels got a kicker, right?
My man, Stefan Sapino.
Okay. I think, but Art's a kicker too.
Yeah.
And I think that it's going to be 13-10. 13-10 Rebels.
All right, coming down
Rebels.
to the kicker.
Yeah.
Live and die by the kicker, man. I'm with it, bro. I'm all about media branding. My man got a slow motion kick. We got 2,000 views on Insta. Shouts to the brand, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, all right. Hey, special teams, man. I think kicking and special teams overlook.
Is it going to be a kicker, or it's going to be Fluke taking one to the house?
What about two?
Two?
Martin, two.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be one of them.
One of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be one of them.
East Coast. Queens.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, cool. So, 13-10, you said Rebels.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the Canes are going down. They're getting their first loss.
Sorry, Fish.
But they'll bounce back, man. All right. And then down south, Tucson Thunder versus Tennessee Titans versus the West Valley Titans. Rebrand from, I guess, both. I mean, the Thunder kind of went through new ownership the last couple of years, new coach. Last week, Josh McCord's first start as head coach. I kind of
I don't even know about that.
Yeah, full kind of had a full plate with the Canes. But they, so they kind of went through a rebranding. And then the Titans, man, obviously strong numbers. They got almost 50 guys, I think, on the squad. They have full slate of coaches. Smooth Dean is on the squad now. I did not know he unretired.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Smooth.
Smooth. What's up, bro? Fellow East Coast as well. We doing it. He's on the squad too, man. And apparently they got some college boys.
Yeah,
coming through.
I heard about that. I saw that on.
So I'm hearing the Titans are the favorite in this game. I mean, the Thunder, they have a lot to work on. But what's weird about that, man, is that it takes the part. They have the parts, but it's just not connected.
Right.
So it's once they can get those. It's way different than we don't have a quarterback, we don't have a receiver. It's they got the guys, right? It's just a matter of them working together.
Yeah.
So.
And that comes down to just, I mean, what they do lack is experience. They don't have a lot of vets. They're super, 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 super young.
Yeah.
And that showed in even our game in week one. They punched us in the mouth. I'm not even going to lie to you. They came out and they were young, and it's one of those things you had that momentum and they're really, really going, and they really gave us a fight in the first half, and then in the second half obviously it was a different story, but that first half was just, it's because they don't know how to make those adjustments, and it's not necessarily coaching. It's part of it is coaching, but also is in-game adjustments too within your players on the field, because they're just more okay, CB, C man, hit man, as opposed to knowing the game inside and out, And I think, honestly, on this one, I think Titans are going to get their first win.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Their second win. They won
against
against
the Hawks.
They won against the Hawks.
They are. That's right. I forgot they won against the Hawks, so this will be their second win.
Yeah. All right. So you got a score with that one?
I hope they travel well.
Yeah, if they travel well?
I hope they travel well, because
Okay.
I don't want to, make it look like a, dummy by doing that. But they travel well, and they go down there with their full squad. I think they'll put at least 14 on them.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I think
fair.
it's going to be 14-10.
14-10. I'm with it, man. I like, the blue on blue uniforms is tight. I like it. Even though I'm an ASU guy, I do like the Thunder, they're the U of A colors, the blue and red or whatever. But it, maybe I'm biased. I do like all the uniforms in AZCFL, man. They're dope. I like them a lot. Which leads me to the center stage, bro. Boom, boom, boom. Set the stage for me Saturday night, bro. Me and JR back in the booth, calling this game. Spartans undefeated. Phantoms 3-2.
Yep.
I know last year, or I guess the COVID year, it was when the Spartans started 4-0. There was talks about, their schedule, their schedule. This year they started off against the reigning champs, beat them on the primetime game. So I kind of feel like that's been put to bed. They're, winning the games that are in front of them. Granted, Hawks were last week or whatever. But undefeated, man.
I mean, they even went. I mean, look at last year. Last year they went to the ship. You know, so I mean, 2 years ago, COVID year. That's hearsay. Yeah, that's done. Last year they showed who they are. You know, and they've added some pieces to, you know, to their team that is huge for them. You know, is huge because now Scotty can really focus on being an athlete as opposed to being a quarterback athlete. You know what I mean?
Right.
And having Jake over there is huge for them. It really is. It's huge for them.
I will say that when Jake was playing with the Tide, he kind of just looked like a man amongst boys, like he kind of, you know, sore thumb. And now, perfect place for the Spartans. You know, he's got a line, he's got receivers stacked. You know, so Mr. Defense over here, you know. What's it like, though? It's a balance of, like, do you like a bigger-sized quarterback? Is it bigger target, you know? Easier to sack?
I mean, Jake is a big dude, man.
Yeah.
Jake's a big dude. And not only is Jake a big dude, he's smart, too. You know, he's smart. And he knows the game. And it's not necessarily from him being just a quarterback, you know. In high school, he wasn't even a quarterback. You know, he played, I think, either running back or receiver or something like that. Yeah. But Jake knows the game, and not only that, their OC, as much, you know, as people, you know, don't give him credit, he knows how to make adjustments too. And I know he studies film, and he studies a lot of film, because last year when we played him, they had every call that we had, you know, coming in, and like we were talking before, they smacked us in the mouth. Like they really did. They smacked us in the mouth. So not necessarily saying this is a revenge game, but this is definitely something to where we now are, you know, aware. And, you know, obviously we're going to, you know, punch back as opposed to just getting punched in the face.
So I feel like you guys both have a chip on your shoulder. I mean, Spartans want to, you know, cross the finish line from last year. They missed out just on the championship, right? You guys, and we spoke on this on the call last night, was like, you guys have this identity that you don't necessarily subscribe to, but there is identity of the Phantoms that, like, you guys just miss out, just that close. So I feel like you guys, even though you don't subscribe to it, there is a little bit of, like, we want to push back against that narrative,
right? Which,
you know, kind of translates into your play. So you both have things to focus on this weekend. Obviously, every weekend it's like, you know, you want to win every game, right? But it's different. You know, you want to take the head off the undefeated team on Saturday night, right? The undefeated team wants to continue the undefeated streak on Saturday night, you know? And they're also hearing you guys just played the Hawks. They want some blood, and they know the Phantoms are a big dog team. So it's like, all right, they've been talking, let's reinforce it. So I feel everybody's going to give their all.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and
absolutely.
And that's the type of stuff I live for. So I never asked you guys who are playing the game a score because I don't want to mess up the mojo or nothing. No. But, like, I guess what's I always ask, like, you know, I know, you know, diet-wise, you're like, you know, you do a sandwich a day or whatever you do, but, like, I'm always interested in the mindset of a night game opposed to a day game. You know, you wake up, if it's a day game, you probably wake up at 11 or whatever, boom, I'm at the field, you know, stretch or something. But if you wake up early in the day, like, how do you balance, you know, those jitters and, like, knowing, like, I can't go till 7 or 8, you know?
A lot of it has to do with, I mean, thank God, like, with me, I have, you know, kids to where they keep me busy.
Yeah,
and,
you got stuff going on.
They got practice or whatever to where I got to, you know, intertwine or whatever that is. But honestly, if it's not that, then, I mean, if it's a later game, like even the Tucson game, you know, it was a 6 o'clock game when we went out there. And, like, what we ended up doing is we got out there early, and we ended up, like, me and a couple of players, we just went to the gym just to, like, not necessarily work out crazy, but just get your blood circulating, you know, get your muscles working and stuff like that. And that's really what I've been, you know, kind of focusing on too, is just, you know, if it's a later game, it's just kind of do a quick little, you know, just a little circuit workout, nothing crazy, no heavy weights, nothing like that. And then just to kind of get your muscles, you know, get that blood flowing into them, and then go to the fields.
All right. Respect. So the stage has been set Saturday night, 7 o'clock, Cactus Media X Network, AZCFL Game of the Week, Spartans, Phoenix Phantoms, man, 3-2 versus 5-0. You know, my lips are sealed on the uniforms. Some dudes tried to get me in trouble earlier. I was, you know, keys out the window or whatever they say. So
I don't even know what's going on.
Take one, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't know till he shows up. You know, that's what money looks like. You just show up and it's there. So with that being said, we'll take one last break, and when we get back, we got some popcorn, and we're gonna get his popcorn ready. This is AZCFL Intel.
Let's get it.
AZCFL Incel, Episode 6, Season 3. Mikey Mack, JB. We're in the studio, bro, and we finally made it to my favorite, and now the crowd's favorite segment, Get Your Popcorn Ready.
Let's go.
So since my man's a referee, I don't mind letting you know the rules again. There's multiple pieces of popcorn in here. Mike has to answer 3 of the questions. He could pass one of them if he does not like the answer. However, some people put their backs up against the wall and pass the first time, and then they got to go 3 for 3. So, I keep it clean in here. It's all fun, but it's part of the show. And good luck, bro.
All right, let's go.
Question 1. And they might be small fonts, so let me know if you need help reading them.
All right, I got one. Name an offensive player in the league that you're more athletic than.
Boom.
That's easy.
Can't be a lineman.
Oh, man.
Not so easy.
Dang.
He has to reopen it.
More athletic in the league. Can't be a lineman. I'm just going to say Haas. Haas is stronger than me. And
Big Daddy Haas,
Big
bro?
Daddy Haas.
He just
I love
became an
Haas.
offensive player.
I know, exactly. He just became an offensive player. I'm just going to say Haas just because I love him. And he's like me. We talk after every game.
Did you see that 2-point conversion, though?
Yeah.
My man came down with it. He's still sleeping on those 2 points, bro.
And then he had the walker as his
Celebration. Big Daddy Haas, bro. I'm with it. Hey, so
Haas, I love you, bro.
you're not as athletic as Mikey Mack. You heard it here on Intel. All right, cool. 1 for 1. Very good. Next up.
Oh, it's a small one. This means.
Oh, man.
Who has the smelliest breath in the huddle? It's gonna be me because I'm the one that's talking in the huddle. So
He's got the smelliest breath.
and I got pickles. I do pickle juice before a game too. So I got pickle breath. And
So if it's not you, I need you to name another teammate.
I'm gonna say
The defensive huddle. Who's got the smelliest breath, bro?
Christian.
Christian?
Christian Still.
Bro, get him some gum. We need a new sponsor. Some
I know.
Listerine strips. Hey,
Christian.
it's cool, bro. Put your
Bro.
mouthpiece in.
Get your mouthpiece right.
All right. I like it. 2 for 2. My man's coming with the butter, bro. All right. Come on. It's like when the movie's good and you eat all the popcorn before the movie even starts. You're
Right.
like, bro, hey, can we?
Got to get that refill real quick.
Yeah. All right. Pick a good one, bro.
All right. Let's see here. Ooh. Who's an overrated cornerback?
And mind you, that question was for Brandon as a quarterback, so you can even expand it to defensive player. Who is an overrated defensive player in the league?
I'm gonna pass.
Oh,
this
he's gonna
one.
pass.
I'm gonna pass that one.
He's got
I'm gonna
one.
be PC like
Spider-Man. Everybody gets one, right? All right.
Yeah.
Last one though. Yeah. Cool.
Who talks more than they can play?
That's a favorite. I gotta keep that one in there.
Who talks more than they can play?
I know Red Zone's been quiet. People have been afraid to talk, but I need the consistency. If that's the spot where people talk, they mess. Who's being messy?
I talk more than I could play.
Bro,
I can't use that because I really do. I talk more than I could play.
you don't talk that much. Bro, I see you're more of the reactionary. You're with the LOLs, and you're like, yo, I can't believe you said that. You're not out there.
Oh, are you talking about like outside of the game or during the game?
Okay, outside that, okay, so for context, he's my guy, so I give it to him. Darion from the Hawks, talking
Yeah.
big mess about the Canes.
Yeah.
50 burger.
Right.
Any situation like that where you see dudes jaw jacking, and you're like, fam,
Oh, okay,
your
got
uniforms
you.
are never dirty. Like, what
Got
are you
you.
talking about?
Got you. Man, I don't even know on that one.
No?
Honestly,
I mean,
because I don't be paying attention. That's
I know
why
you don't.
I don't.
All right, so, okay, how about, again, I'm going to help him out. He's my man, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta help me, bro.
All right,
Don't
who's
let
a
it fish in my
team
mouth.
that has more of an identity off the field than on the field? If you know what I'm saying. Like, who's a team that thinks they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's like a false identity? Like the 08 Celtics, they still milk that championship.
Right.
Like, who cares, bro? That was literally forever ago. Like, is there any
Dallas.
Outlaws? Oh, I thought it was coming. He's feeling some type of way playing for the Phoenix team. I could see it.
The Outlaws.
The Outlaw Magic, he hates it, bro.
I do.
He hates it. He doesn't believe in magic.
I have a lot of respect for coaches and some players over there, but other than that, yeah, the Outlaws they still live on stuff from the past.
They said the rings are dusty. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. I mean, at least, and I already know what they're gonna come back with. At least we got rings. I already knew it was coming.
You know
I got your rebuttal already.
You know, hey, with that being said,
I got rings too, but just not on the Phantoms. That's why I'm still playing.
Ooh, and with that being said, we're gonna go to the crowd and see what they saying. All right, Titans by 12. Mikey Mack, the man, the myth, the legend.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, Coach Kenyon?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't stand Tassi, bro. I can't stand you.
You got a lot of time to make fake Facebook accounts, bro. You let a QB tackle you after that int?
Sure did. Rico smacked me.
Mirez, shouts to the Titans. He said that if you, on that interception, if you would have went to the other side, you would have had 6.
Yeah.
But that's like after the fact.
Yeah.
You know, now, let's see.
Yeah. You're right, Tassi.
Let's see. Grid Zone Joe. I don't know who that is. I started this while I was in high school. 200 years. Spartans 21-14. Whoa.
Who said that?
And be honest when you make this prediction. Ooh, Devontae.
Okay.
He said, be honest. I didn't see him not being honest. Dude.
I don't.
He's an honest guy.
I do. I shoot straight from the hip.
All right, let's see. Titans by $500,000. All right, fair enough.
That's what I said. I said Titans by what? I said 14-10, right? That's what I said.
See.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Go CC. That's right. Shout out to my daughter, man.
Oh, I thought that was the college Chandler. You said Chandler Gilbert or something.
CC, that's my daughter, man. She got some real big stuff coming up. I'm just gonna stay on that real quick.
How many rock the baby? Shouts to Antonio Smothers, bro.
How many rock the babies?
I mean, you don't play offense, though.
No.
I think, I mean, it's up to him, right? It's like, how many times are we going to see the guitar from Billy? That's every first down.
It's not going to be a lot.
Not going to be a lot.
No.
No, because you play defense. I got you.
Yeah, no.
Let's see.
Tossy, Mikey looks bro. It's the green room, bro.
Nah, he's solid, bro. Oh, tell me about so Carousel, the bar you work at.
Yeah. On that we're gonna have a showing, man. So it's gonna be out. Basically, the game of the week's gonna be live over there. They're gonna be on the back. They're gonna be on our big screen outside and having it. It's basically a watch party. So for all our people that are on the west side that can't drive all the way out to Mesa, can't make it out there, don't want to make it out there, whatever the case is, go check out the game. It'll be streamed live at Carousel Bar, 7 p.m.
And I believe
big screen.
You get 15% off your bill if you say, I'm here
off.
with the Phantoms, or just rep the team. Okay, cool.
15% off.
My man, he's heavy in the, what is it, Way Back Wednesday, or what do you got?
Yeah.
I see you always posting it, bro. He's passionate. I gotta say,
gotta do what we gotta do.
Mike's passionate about his kids, his work, his cooking.
That's right.
He cares about his sports teams. My man is everything you do, you put in passion, and I respect that fully, man. As somebody that I Instagram everything I do, so I'm fully embodying your passion. I'm grateful for it, man, because we made jokes about you being an older head. It is impressive, bro. Football is a very physical, taxing sport. You have a life outside of football. You got a love life. You got kids. You got work. You got I know you're a religious man. You you like to spend time with that. You got a lot going on. So it's very impressive to keep being that guy on the field. And you have a identity throughout the league. Players know you. Coaches know you. Media guys know you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, appreciate that, man. By all means, keep it up. It's the type of marketing we want. So when businesses like Sunday Scaries notices you, they want to see some reputable characters.
Gotcha.
So by all means, appreciate you coming on, man. Before we let you go, obviously you guys got the viewing party at Carousel, so you got the Arizona love, you got the buy-in from the people outside. For the people inside, your teammates, they already know what you're about. For people new kind of flocking to the league, I've been having some new eyes with the legacy. Intel's kind of been taken off. What's something that you kind of want to relay to the newcomers of the league?
Just stay tuned, man. There's big things coming with this league, and I mean, from what I started playing in this league to what it is now, I mean, there's so much more that Matt's done for this league and continue to do. But, we got to keep the knuckleheads out from doing stupid stuff and doing dumb things on the sideline and all that stuff because, I mean, with what we got and all that, we're only as good as our rep, and we want to make sure we have a good rep, not a bad rep.
Yeah, and I mean, he knows how to instill a reputation from a referee standpoint, from a player standpoint, from a coach, from a father standpoint, from a friend, and more importantly, from just a good all around person.
Yes, sir.
So thanks again for coming on the show, man. This is AZCFL Intel, episode 6, season 3. Michael Macchignano Jr., Phoenix Phantoms, defensive captain / linebacker / superhero
Appreciate you, bro.
/ longtime vet in the league, and appreciate you coming on. And thanks for you guys tuning in. Stay tuned all this week as we have a full slate of Cactus Media X content, and stay tuned for Saturday as we'll be broadcasting Game of the Week, Phoenix Phantoms, Arizona Spartans, 7 o'clock.
Let's
Cactus
go.
Media X, AZCFL Intel, signing off.
Hey.